Hello guys, Joe with BitRaged. So I want to start off with a question. What is a bad trade to you? Is it a trade where you make a loss? Or perhaps is it a trade where you don't make money but you don't lose money, it's a break-even trade? What is a bad trade? What does it look like to you? As your skill set improves and as you grow as a trader, your bad trade and your definition of a bad trade is going to change. So I want to show you what I mean by that, looking at a trade I took this week. This is euro dollar, and I'll explain quickly why I took this trade. The bigger structure is this ascending channel that we broke out of, got this impulse down, right? So we can expect that to see a continuation pattern and then a sell is very, very likely to see. And so at any point in this pattern here, this can just sell. Right? And the bigger structure, the bigger pattern is giving us the indication that the sell could be very, very big. You know, this has a lot of room to grow. But we didn't get the full move at that time. So let me show you what I mean. So looking at the 1 hour here, this is where we can start to see the trade entries. And so we're looking at this pattern here as a potential continuation to then sell. But also understanding that we don't have to go all the way back up to, let's say, here. That would be perfect. That would give us a really high probability, really reliable setup. But we don't have to get that, and knowing that, we can sell directly from here. And so I was looking at this pattern here. So we got this ascending channel, and then we got this smaller ascending channel in this formation here. This was absolutely beautiful. So this is where I actually entered the trade. So a couple ways you could enter this trade. Obviously, you don't know the trend line is there until this happens, right? So if we're looking at this, you don't know that it's there. The pattern that you're looking at is this one here. But we didn't quite get there. So how could you anticipate this happening? This is a good indication right here. This candle right here. So whenever you have an impulse up and then you get a candle like this that retraces that move, and usually we'll get a large retracement. So in this case we got the complete retracement. But anything like this where we have that retracement of the impulse gives you an indication that this may be selling straight from here. Now, you could take this trade there, or you could wait and actually wait for it to break the pattern. Either is perfectly fine. Doesn't really matter. It depends on what your skill level is. So we do have this trend line in now. We can identify that. So I got in on this trade here. And I wanted to show you this because you can get in with a tight stop and your profit isn't huge, right? That's only 2.3%. But that wasn't my target. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not targeting 2%. I'm targeting the possibility for this to take 9%, 10%, and then continue and sell. We didn't get that sell, but even not getting the sell, this wasn't a bad trade. So look at this. So we closed it here, and we'll go over the closing in a minute. We broke out, though, and then we got this pattern here. So we know we have a clear break out of this ascending channel. And then we got this ascending bear flag. And so this is another entry here. On the break, have the stop above here, about 28, we'll say. But it's right above there. And then closing it at the exact same spot. So why I closed it here is because of this pattern right here, this candlestick pattern. So we had the impulse down, we had this low test candle, and then the retracement candle. So we had an impulse back up that retraced the entirety of the impulse down. So that gives me a great indication that this is either forming a bigger continuation to then sell, or it's going back up and the pattern is evolving. Either way, I don't want to be in this trade and let this just kind of move up, take profit away, maybe even get all the way to my entry and take me out. Definitely don't want that, and so I closed the trades there. But look at what we have here. we have 2.3% there and 1% here. So we have 3.3% on a bad trade. This is a trade that didn't work out, you could say. This is a trade that didn't get anywhere close to my target, and I still banked 3.3%. So think about that. When your bad trades are still banking you 2%, 3%, you know that the strategy is working, because eventually we'll get that bigger sell. That is coming. And we did get more sell off here. We just built a bigger pattern, and I'll show you that in a minute. But the bigger sell is coming. But I'm happy to take these trades because it's possible that that's the trade that breaks and goes. It doesn't have to move back up. It doesn't have to create the bigger pattern. It can just go straight from here, and I want to be involved in that. So let me quickly show you what happened after that. So I'll bring the trend line back, and we'll look at this pattern here. Very, very clear pattern. So how would you know that this is going to be the top and this is going to sell? Because the trend line's not there at that point. You don't know that to be the top and then to get that sell in the completion of the pattern. How you can anticipate that is two ways. One, we have this double top area here. So we're at the double top area, and then we get this candle here. We get a rejection candle, a retracement candle. That gives you a good indication we're already at the double top area. Then we get this rejection, and you place a trade right here. You can get your stop just above here, about 20 pips. And then you're looking at about 3.5. If you left it running, about 3.5%. Just this move here. So it just formed a bigger pattern and then sold, but the point is this. That trade did not immediately impulse away and hit my target right away. But I closed that trade there because if you look at what happened, it would have very likely taken me out here at break even because of the spread, and then I would have made nothing. But that is a great example of just how powerful understanding the nature of how the market moves, understanding patterns, understanding structure, how powerful that is. Because a trade that doesn't go completely your way and doesn't hit your target immediately still banks you 3%, and then you can get back in, let's say, on this move here. Right? Get back in, bank another 3.5%. But the point is that even a trade like this that formed in a day or so, it didn't come anywhere close to my target. But I still banked 3.5% on that. And so that's how powerful this strategy is in actually understanding the nature of price action. Your bad trades should be the ones where you only bank 3%, you only bank 2%, you only bank 1%. Those are your bad trades. Your bad trades are not 3% loss. Your bad trades are 3% gain because the trade didn't come to your target. It didn't come close to your target. It's a corrective pattern. And Forex the last couple weeks has been very corrective. Since May, this pattern here has been forming, and so it's been a very corrective period. But inside of that corrective period, we've had big moves. We've had opportunity. But understanding that even when we're in the corrective phase, we're in the corrective period, and we're still able to make trades and bank 3% on trades that don't even go our way. That is the power in this strategy. And so I did want to share that with you, because I think a lot of times there's this misconception that traders lose money more often than they win. And trading is a 50-50 chance. It's gambling. And that is so far from the truth. Your bad trades should be still banking you money. It still should be 2%, 3%. Those should be your bad trades. That should be the power in this. That should be what you focus on in the power of this strategy. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you'll never make a losing trade. Sometimes losses are unavoidable, and it's going to happen as you grow as a trader. What I am saying is they shouldn't be the norm. If you'd like to see more videos like this where I go over trades I've taken, leave a comment and let me know, and I'm happy to do more of these. But I thought this would be a very good lesson for you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care now.